Hi there, Matt Petrowski here, and in this video we're taking a look at working with the Icon Studio built into the Theme Studio and its builder functionality. Now there are two different areas within the Icon Studio, and that is the builder, and then as I select this paint roller right here, also the renderer. Now the renderer works with SVG icons, which is going to be important to us if we need an icon larger than an icon that may be provided in a particular theme pack. Now in this theme pack, I have the Tango theme pack selected. It is an older collection of icons, but some pretty attractive ones, at least in my opinion. Now if I was going to create a composite icon, which is what the builder is for, it allows me to drag this icon into one image well, and then drag another icon into the image well to the side of it, and it will actually compose or create a composite of those two icons. I can then use the rulers in order to position one of the two icons to wherever I want that icon to be. Now in this case, when I'm designing my icons for my FileMaker solutions, I typically don't want to use icons at the size that their intended target is within my solution. For example, if I was designing an icon that was going to be within a button that was a 32 by 32 pixel icon, I want to do at least double, if not triple, the size of the intended target. So if I was doing a 32 by 32, then the bare minimum would be 64 because that's what's going to support my high resolution displays. And in the case of the iPhone 6, that actually can go all the way up to 3x. So it really doesn't cost you a whole lot in terms of going up to 3x. Yes, the size of the file, which can be seen right here, does increase, but the Theme Studio also provides a very convenient optimize feature, which will optimize by reducing your graphic significantly. But let's say, for example, we don't actually have the size that we want. Let's say I wanted a much larger size. Well, this is where I'm going to start to use the renderer. So if I select up in the search area, after I've selected what I want to limit the search to, whether I want to go across all icons or just to the current selection, which is currently Tango, I can actually search for what I was looking at, which right here, I'll just put in the word preview. So as I put in the word preview and accept the search, you can see that the SVG version of this icon was included within this Tango theme pack. When I select on the renderer, when I drag this SVG over here, we can see that the SVG is rendered, but it's rendered at the same size, the biggest size that I have, which is 128. But I can, of course, go all the way up to whatever size I want, even specifying my own custom size and rendering this icon at a much larger size. So now that I have this at 256, I'm able to go back to the builder and drag this icon into my image well. I can do that with any of the other icons within this collection and create a composite icon that looks exactly how I want. Now, what happens if I want something from a completely different theme resource? No problem. I'll select my Theme Studio where I know up at the top I have a check icon. So going back to the renderer, I can actually put this SVG within the renderer, render the check icon. I'll make this one smaller. I'll make it 84. Actually, let's go down to 64 because relative to the size that I have, I want it to be pretty small. And here I'll actually put in a green color, 00FF00. Be a pretty vibrant green, but I now have the color that I want. So I took two SVGs, converted them into PNGs, which is what the Theme Studio does, and then I'm able to combine them in order to create a composite that satisfies my needs. So as I move this check all the way over to the side, which can take a little while since I don't have a very small icon, but it's not too many clicks. I can get it into the position that I want. And of course, because this is a translucent or you can see through the check, I might actually want to modify this icon, which I've shot a video about modifying SVG icons, but we'll just go with this check as it is. But I can now see that this total icon is 28 kilobytes. Click my optimize. I now have an icon that is half the size or less, but I can now copy this, I can export it, or I can copy the base 64 and take that directly into the tweak tool where I can integrate into a button object as needed.